Hey, it's Mr. C, and I'm going to show you how to do a stencil print here. So you can see I've drawn my image out here on the paper that I plan to use for the stencil, and I just want you to pay particular attention to that some areas I have left these gaps. If you do not leave these gaps, then it's obviously just going to make an entire hole and you won't be able to save other pieces within it. So whatever you see that is black here will be cut out, and that's what the image will look like when I stencil it. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it with this blade. Okay, so I'm ready to apply some paint to the stencil, and what you'll want to use are brushes like these. These are actually stencil brushes, and you can see the hairs on them are rather hard. We have hair bristles as well as plastic bristles. It is possible sometimes to use a brush like this, but what you want is to use almost like a dry brush technique, because these hairs are a lot softer. What will happen as you dab the paint on is some of the hairs might go under the paper, which could affect the quality of your print. So I've mounted my paper down here with just a little bit of tape just so it won't move. I have my colors here. First I'm just going to do a blue one, and I'm just going to use this brush just to spread the paint a little bit over here, and I'll show you why I do that in a minute. So when I apply the brush, I'm just going to tilt a little bit so you can see, and I'm just going to get the tips of the bristles covered like that. And I'll just go up here, and you kind of want to dab it like this. I like to go around the edges first. And one thing to remember is that when you're making a stencil, simple A4 paper can work if you want maybe only one copy, but I would recommend using a little bit of a thicker paper. And I'm just stenciling this into a sketchbook page, but you can also create some interesting effects if you use recycled papers or found papers or newspapers as well. And naturally you could also simply use spray paint. Bad thing with these brushes that we have is the hairs often start to fall out, as you can see. And I'll just remove this now carefully. So every time you change color, you want to make sure that you wash the brush afterwards, and you want to make sure that you dry it very well, or simply just take another clean one. The reason why is that you don't want some of the water to be in the bristles, and it mixes with the paint and maybe dilutes a bit and becomes a little bit runny, seeping under your stencil.